So La La Land came out on digital today, and I'm really excited because I really love that movie. So I'm gonna watch it, and then I might do a review. So I might get a lot of angry people telling me to stop when I start this, but I never got anyone to go see La La Land with me, so I just decided I'm gonna do a commentary track instead. So here we go. I'm starting La La Land right now. It was one of my favorite films of last year. I thought it was personally Best Picture, but hey, what are you gonna do? So the opening scene with Another Day of Sun is probably one of my favorites of last year. It really sets the tone for the movie, tells you right up front, hey, this is what the movie's going to be. So yeah. So the song Another Day of Sun is just real fun and catchy. I like how they use a lot of vibrant colors in the scene. The dance is fun. It just gives the whole movie a cool feel. So even though I am calling this a commentary track, I'm going to try to keep spoilers very vague because I don't know many people that saw this. I'll try not to ruin end points of the movie, but it's about 5 minutes in until we see either Ryan Gosling or Emma Stone, but they are one of my favorite movie couples, so I want them to keep doing movies together. So something that Emma Stone does really well, that Anna Kendrick also does, and I really like both of them for it, is they are very convincing criers, like Mia does in her first audition. So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I get emotional in some movies because I get very invested in them. So when Anna Kendrick or Emma Stone cry in a scene, it really sells it for me. So here's the second song of the movie, Someone in the Crowd, and I see another familiar face besides Emma Stone. Her name's Callie Hernandez. She was in Blair Witch, the new one, and I liked her in that, so I was happy to see her pop up in this. So something I really love about La La Land is none of the songs I feel are bad songs. They're all very fun and catchy, and Someone in the Crowd is just that, funny, catchy. So something I liked that they did in this movie is, like, for the first 10 minutes after the opening number, it's all focused on Emma Stone, and then they transition to Ryan Gosling. It's all set in the same day. So what you see is the same day from two different perspectives. The first one from Emma, the second one from Ryan, and then they eventually converge, but I thought it was real cool to focus on each of them. There's another familiar face. It's J.K. Simmons. He was in the director's previous movie, Whiplash. He's a little bit nicer in this. Yeah, he's not the same character at all. I'm going to gush about J.K. Simmons for a little bit. He is Commissioner Gordon in the new Justice League movie and Batman, so I'm really excited to see what he does with that. Hopefully he's not the same character from Whiplash. That'd be scary. Although I'm going to be 100% honest, I would watch a whole movie of J.K. Simmons from his character in Whiplash as Commissioner Gordon, just yelling and being mean to Batman. That'd be kind of funny. Something I didn't know I want more J.K. Simmons and Ryan Gosling on screen together. They share very little time, but I like the time that they share. So, slight spoiler, Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling play a romance movie where they fall for each other, but when they first meet, they do not fall for each other at all. So if you were on the fence about watching La La Land, what if I sold it to you this way? Flock of seagulls in La La Land. Not really them, but their music. What up? So I know Ryan Gosling is with Eva Mendes, and Emma Stone still might be with Andrew Garfield, but seriously, they are a cute couple, and I want to see them in every movie together. So this studio pitchman, I think he is hitting on Emma Stone's character, and he's talking about, a dark revision for Goldilocks, and I would kind of watch that movie. What he's saying is basically, put it from the perspective of the bears, because we don't know. There could be a fourth bear, even though it's called Goldilocks and the Three Bears, I think, but there could be a fourth. No, but seriously, I kind of want to watch this Goldilocks movie set from the perspective of the Three Bears, and then, boom, at the end, fourth bear. So we're at the third song, A Lovely Night, and while I do love Another Day of Sun because of how fun it is, this is my favorite one. I just like the combo of the two of them singing together. So while this is my favorite song, it is actually quite short with lyrics, but this scene just oozes charisma, and it's my favorite scene right next to Another Day of Sun. Like, seriously, I'll say this like another 30 times throughout the movie. These two are just like a fantastically cute couple that I can't get enough of it, and I love every moment they're together. Also, A Lonely Night takes place when Mia and Sebastian are trying to search for Mia's car, and he tells her to put the key fob under her chin to find her car. What he's saying is when you put the fob up to your chin, it basically makes your head a giant antenna, and ever since I saw this movie, I do that every time I can't find my car. I put the fob up to my chin, and I try to locate my car. It works. And while I say it works, I don't know if it truly works, but I like to believe in the power of La La Land, because through La La Land, anything is possible, and Ryan Gosling. Also, it's a very cute moment. He walked Mia to her car, and he's like, no, I'm just parked over here. But really, he was parked right outside the entrance where he first, got her keys for her. It was So Mia works at a coffee shop that's located across the street from a window from Casablanca, and I've never seen Casablanca, so I just shake my head. I'm like, I know that. I don't. And then Ryan Gosling talks a lot about jazz because he's a jazz musician, and again, I just nod my head. I know what he means, but I don't. I really don't. So Ryan Gosling's reaction when Emma Stone says she hates jazz is my reaction when people say they hate Batman or Game of Thrones. I'm like, what do you mean? And then I ask them what they're doing, and then I show them Batman or Game of Thrones, or I tell them about it, and I make them understand why it's so awesome. So Sebastian finds out that Mia's never seen Rebel Without a Cause. He's like, it's playing with Rialto. I'll take you. And the way he stammers while kind of asking her on our day is very sweet, and I always get a chuckle out of it. So there's two versions of City of Stars that we get in this movie. The first one's just Ryan Gosling, and I actually really like this more than I remember. So this is after he asked Mia out to the Rialto, and there's a line, is this the start of something wonderful and new, or one more dream that cannot make true? And so when he sings that, you know that he actually, like, really digs this girl, but he's like, well, is this going to work out, or not really? It's that face. So there's a nice little touch in this movie. Mia gets done with a bad audition, and she drives with the Rialto, and she kind of stares at it, and then she just kind of smirks, and I like that. So, slight spoiler, obstacles come in Mia's path of going to the Rialto with Ryan Gosling, but I'm not going to say what it is. But while she's dealing with the obstacle that prevented her from going, you can see on her face that she would just much rather be at the Rialto with Ryan Gosling, and I like that. So I just realized this is no longer a commentary track. It's more of me gushing about how much I like Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone as movie couples. So we're about 53 minutes and 48 seconds in, and there's a real sappy kind of romantic part, which I really like. It makes me smile. There it is. It's making me smile. It's very cute. People will mock me, but whatever. I have a heart. Giant spoiler alert. Ryan Gosling's character gets you, I know, real fudged over by film. It ruins the mood. What up? Okay, so now there's a scene at the Griffith Park Observatory, and it maybe goes on a little bit too long, but it's one of the most beautiful scenes in the entire movie, which I like. I guess maybe I should clarify, it doesn't go on too long for me. Give me this whole movie for like 4 hours, but I have heard from some people that they thought the observatory scene was a little long. More Callie Hernandez. Really, she was my favorite part of Blair Witch. I thought she was really great in that movie, which I thought that movie was great in general, but basically what I'm saying, give me more Callie Hernandez. I didn't know who she was before Blair Witch, but I want her in lots of stuff now. Like, really, I think she's cool. We're just under halfway, but montage time. Every movie needs a montage. Okay, not every movie, but lots of movies, and this one benefits. I've talked a lot about the songs, and I really do love all the songs, but I haven't talked about Justin Hurwitz's score. It's very fun and poppy, and it complements each scene. Which, this is going to be weird to say. You can have the best script in the world, but if your music doesn't match what I feel like it should, that's a major buzzkill to me. Like, now I'm putting myself on the spot, but I have watched a lot of movies. I can't name any off the top of my head where I have seen the movie and I didn't like the score, and it really bummed me out on the movie in general. John Legend. He's, some tension between him and Ryan Gosling. Uh-oh. Now I've been saying it for about every song that's popped on, but I really like the song that John Legend does. That's coming up in a little bit. Yeah, all the songs are real good. Alright, now we're at our second version of City of Stars. This one is between both Sebastian and Mia, and this is the one you normally hear if you've heard this song before. Also, you better like montages, because here comes another montage! Montage! Also, some of you are using this as a commentary track, and you're kind of lost. I'm sorry, I can only do so much with 10 seconds at a time with Snapchat's filters. I'm sorry. Also, I'm just not responding a lot, because I am just enjoying the music, and there's not much I can do. I don't want to get yelled at for using music in my snaps. Now we're at Start a Fire, which is the John Legend song, and it really is a departure from the previous songs and the future songs, but it's so good. Here's a dinner scene between Mia and Sebastian, and I gotta say, I am furious with this terrible idea. They're drinking water without ice. Like, whatever, you be you. You drink your water without ice. But, ew, throw ice in that water. Make it glamorous. Treat yourself. Okay, so now we're at the dinner scene. It's a very emotional scene. It's very tense at moments. I don't want to give too much away. See, this is where being vague isn't very helpful, but I do want people to experience it. Mia is questioning Seb about his career, about how he's in a band, but she doesn't think he likes being in the band because it's not the music he enjoys playing, but he did it because he thought she wanted him to. It's just a lot of back and forth about maybe Mia's only questioning it because he's now successful and she only liked him when he wasn't, and basically it's about Sebastian giving up his dreams and his goals for what he wanted to do with his life because he thought that's what she wanted, and she just wants him to be happy. Basically, the dinner scene is the culmination of their love, but their careers, and are their careers pulling them away? Are they, to achieve their goals? Basically, to achieve their goals, they kind of got to sacrifice their relationship for it, and are they both in the right career paths for themselves? And now we're really at the turning point for the relationship where Seb has to stay for a photo shoot for the band, but at the same time he has to attend her one-woman show that she's been planning to for so long. And so now is real spoilers, and I apologize, but Seb's obligations to the band conflict with his obligations to the relationship with Mia. And basically Mia put on a one-woman show and no one showed up and no one liked it. And now she's questioning, like, is trying to be an actress, is it even worth it? Here's a real great moment from Emma Stone. She gets an audition based off her performance on the one-woman play that didn't really go the way she planned. And now comes the crying from Emma Stone, and she pulls it off wonderfully. You feel her struggles, you feel her pain about how it's just not working out. Like how she's been to like a million different auditions, but there's always someone prettier or skinnier or just better in general, and it's like, am I good enough to do this? And her dream of becoming an actress is just like squandered because she doesn't know if she can put up with the rejection once more because she's been trying for 6 years. And then she basically says, like, and maybe I'm just not good enough, and you feel her pain because it's something she loves and she's just not getting the break. And then Ryan Gosling asks her, like, why don't you want to do it anymore? She's like, because maybe it just hurts a little too much now. And he calls her a baby and kind of breaks the tension. What I did leave out is after she had her one-woman show, it didn't go well, so she moved back with her parents in Nevada and left Sebastian behind. So Sebastian gets a call about an audition for Mia, and then he basically tracks her down to let her know, hey, these people want to audition you for this movie. And so he finds her, they have their conversation, maybe it hurts too bad, the rejection from the auditions. And she goes, how'd you find me? And he just points at the house, her house, and says, essentially, the little house across from the library, which echoes what she told him about how she wanted to be an actress. I just think the fact that he remembers what she said, like where she grew up, like where it was, it's just a very sweet moment, but, others might not. I'm a sucker for that. And he basically says, hey, I'm going to be at your house tomorrow, bright and early, so be there, be square. I'm going back to LA, and if you want to go to the audition, meet me. And spoiler alert, she meets him. She went to get some coffee, and they're off to LA so she can audition, but she's very nervous. So Mia goes to the audition, and for her audition, she sings the song Audition. I believe it's called Fools Who Dream. And I say this now because I've seen the movie so many times, but I don't know if the song would have as strong an impact if it was anyone else singing it other than Emma Stone. She kills it. And post-audition now, Mia and Sebastian are talking about where do they stand in their relationship, and they're talking about how focus on our careers. How, just focus on your career, and then, whatever the future brings, but they'll always love each other. That's how they basically end it. And then the scene transitions to winter, but then, spoiler, explosion, 5 years later. And from here on out, I probably won't say anything else because I don't want to give away the ending of the movie. So this commentary track kind of just ends on a sour note. You know what? Oh well. Spoilers! Mia becomes the actress she always wanted to be. Seb opens his club like he wanted to from the get-go. So yeah, that was my my commentary for La La Land. And I'm not good at that, but yeah. La La Land. And now here's time for a mini review. Yeah, it's absolutely one of my favorite films from last year. Everything about it just clicks so well. I think everything about it's really good. The pacing, the editing. I really love the score. It's a whole bunch of fun. And of course, you know, Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, cutest movie couple in ever. They're so cute together. So yeah, thanks for sticking around if you watch any of this. It's not really a full commentary track. It's bits and pieces. It's almost like a live tweeting session like I used to. So yeah, I mean, there's just so much I love about it. I think it's the best, one of the best movies of last year. Yeah, I just want people to experience it. I want them to enjoy it. I want them to enjoy it as much as me. I mean, that probably won't happen because I am crazy in love with the movie, but still, try. So yeah, I've said a lot, but thank you again for sticking around if you watched. This has been La La Land with Derrick. See you guys around next time.